In the early 1980s, Hong Kong's currency system was entering a unique phase marked by political stability under British rule and economic growth in the region. Among the circulating coins at the time, the 10-cent coin stood out, not for its face value, but for its link to both colonial history and unexpected rarity in certain years. The coins minted between 1982 and 1984 featuring Queen Elizabeth II are today considered among the most desirable for collectors seeking rare pieces from Hong Kong's numismatic era. These coins bore the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, with her profile facing right, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. The simplicity of this design represented continuity and authority, a key feature in the colonial imagery during this period. On the reverse, the denomination 10 cents was clearly inscribed, along with the bilingual name of Hong Kong in both English and Chinese. The coin's compact brass composition and small size made it commonly used in daily transactions, but only a few realized how rare certain issues would become. The 1982 to 1984 10-cent coins might appear common at first glance, but collectors know that this short window of minting hides some of the lowest mintage numbers and rarest variants in Hong Kong's modern coinage. Political changes leading up to the Sino-British Joint Declaration had subtle impacts on minting orders, leading to fewer coins struck, especially for everyday denominations like the 10-cent coins from 1982, the first in this rare trio, had slightly different metallic compositions and often suffer from tone and corrosion today. Finding one in uncirculated condition is already difficult. The lettering alignment, rim thickness, and spacing in the Chinese characters can vary subtly between batches, clues that serious numismatists use to classify and rank these coins. The 1983 coin saw a brief return to more stable minting practices, but due to the overshadowing political atmosphere regarding the future handover of Hong Kong, production numbers for smaller coins were reduced. Most 10-cent coins from this year were heavily circulated, and mint-state specimens are extremely rare. In addition, a handful of known misstrikes from 1983 show incomplete edge milling and slightly offset obverse printing, errors that make them even more valuable in auctions. By 1984, things took an even more interesting turn. As negotiations between China and the UK intensified, coin production again saw disruptions. The 10-cent coin from 1984 is particularly scarce and is rumored to have been struck in significantly lower numbers than reported. Some surviving examples from this year show signs of planchet flaws and weak strikes, both signs of rushed minting procedures. Another feature that adds to the coin's appeal is the fact that this was among the last small denomination issues to prominently feature Queen Elizabeth II's youthful portrait before later revisions were adopted in other Commonwealth regions. Collectors worldwide often seek such designs for completeness in their British colonial coin collections. The survival rate for these coins is critically low in high grades. Hong Kong's humid climate and heavy usage meant that many coins suffered significant wear, oxidation, or were simply melted down or discarded when no longer in use. This has created a scarcity that's only now becoming fully appreciated in the numismatic community. Some rare variants exist within each year, especially in the font styling. Coins with a slightly larger or thinner Chinese character stroke, or subtle misalignment in the English 10 cents text, have fetched considerably higher prices at auctions. These are not listed in general coin catalogs, making them hidden treasures for eagle-eyed collectors. Several international grading services have only certified a small number of high-grade examples from the 1982 to 1984 10 cents Hong Kong series. In fact, some coin registries show fewer than a dozen MS-66 or higher specimens per year, reinforcing just how elusive these coins are in pristine condition. Error coins also play a major role in the desirability of this series. Known errors include off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and ghosting of Queen Elizabeth's profile due to excessive die use. Each of these error types adds exponential value to the coin, particularly when authenticated by recognized grading authorities. Many private collectors from Hong Kong, the UK, and Canada actively pursue these coins, driving their market demand higher year after year. The emotional and historical ties to British colonial legacy also play into the sentimental value that can often push auction prices beyond rational expectations. As the Queen Elizabeth II coinage era winds down and becomes historical in nature, coins from lesser-known series like the Hong Kong 10 cents become more appreciated for their symbolic importance. This is especially true among younger collectors who are discovering the stories behind these modest brass circles. By 1985, a different portrait and coinage policy began to take shape, and the 1982 to 1984 trio was phased out of regular use. Their uniqueness lies not just in low survival rates, but also in representing the final chapter of pre-handover coinage, with Elizabeth II portrait in a region about to undergo major transformation. Coin auctions across Asia have repeatedly witnessed bidding wars for pristine specimens of the 1983 and 1984 10-cent coins. High-resolution photography, advanced metal testing, and historical provenance documentation now accompany such listings, elevating their status to investment-grade collectibles. In a record-breaking private collector-to-collector sale reported in late 2023, a matched trio of 1982, 1983, and 1984 Hong Kong 10 cents coins in mint state, with one featuring a verified strike error, was sold for an astounding $170,000,000,000,000 plus $1 million, establishing it as one of the most expensive minor denomination coin sets ever recorded in numismatic history. The staggering valuation was not just for the coin's material worth, but its historical relevance, rarity, and pristine condition. This sale brought global attention to Hong Kong coinage and reignited interest in Queen Elizabeth II's portrait coins from the colonial era. Since then, collectors have scoured flea markets, old banks, and personal collections, hoping to find one of these elusive brass coins. Social media has played a role in popularizing this treasure hunt, with viral videos and posts showing users discovering valuable coins in family jars. Despite their small size, these coins represent a massive cultural and monetary value. With each passing year, the likelihood of unearthing a high-grade or error specimen becomes smaller, further increasing their desirability and market price. The numismatic world now regards these Hong Kong 10 cents coins from 1982 to 1984 as miniature masterpieces, symbols of an era of change, sovereignty, and hidden wealth. Their legacy continues to grow, quietly sitting in displays, vaults, and the dreams of collectors worldwide.